Are you tired of the rat race in America? Are you ready to visit the motherland to relax and rejuvenate? Are you ready to explore all that Africa has to offer? Then check out the brand new Diversified Game Academy course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa. Are you worried about being able to afford the trip? We got you. We will show you how to travel either on a budget or as a baller. Learn how to stress the value of the USD. Did you know that 100 United States dollars is worth over 1,000 South African rand or 10,000 Kenyan shillings or 54,250 West African CFA? Are you worried about taking your kids? Get the game from Kellen Cash, a bona fide world traveler, having traveled to almost 20 countries, several of those in Africa. Get the game on taking your kids on their first trips. Learn how to find the best tickets, get the visas, and plan your own adventures in Africa. Don't let Eddie Murphy have all the fun. Plan your own coming to Africa trip starring you, produced by you, and featuring you. If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank y'all for joining us on the stream this Monday, the last Monday in October. We appreciate you being here, and we got a little bit to talk about tonight. A video that came across our desk, our virtual desk, right? And we're gonna get into that tonight because Black Americans have been shamed, Black men have been talked down on, and yet we haven't gotten anything, right? We haven't gotten a thing. But other groups, they get things, and they still aren't showing up for Vice President Kamala Harris. Neither are you Democrats still shaming them, talking down to them, or anything about, democracy and all. It's just on Black people. And so we're going to talk about that tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. In a lot of places, this is the last week for early voting. So, make sure you get out there and early vote. I think it's better to do it that way, early voting. That way you're not in that crowd and all that other mess on Election Day. I voted last Monday, as I told y'all. I'm done with it. I'm just chilling now, talking to y'all. I'm also, getting excited that this election stuff is about to be over with, which is beautiful. It's about to be beautiful. So we'll see who will win the election, and then, that's going to be a conversation in itself, right? All right. So let's see here. Let's see. What we got? Everybody coming on in. With that being said, we're coming up on the holiday season, ladies and gentlemen. You got your Thanksgiving coming up, your Christmas coming up. I don't know how the shopping's going to be this year with people. But, I think I talked about this a little earlier on another broadcast. But, the prices, the grocery store prices are so bad that my 10-year-old noticed it. That the few items I had in my grocery cart to buy something, she couldn't believe it was $59. She could not believe that. And I say if the economy and the price is so bad and so expensive that a 10-year-old notices it and draws attention to it, yeah, this is why a lot of people are saying, I can't fool with Vice President Kamala Harris because my pocketbook and the administration she's attached to has hurt my pocketbook. You understand? So that's why a lot of people are saying that. I'm seeing so many people talking about Trump. It's interesting now, not the Republican Party, not MAGA, but just, hey, I need some money back in my back pocket. And that's really what the mainstream media is not talking about this election, is that this election is about our pocketbook. Nothing else. Nothing else. And it's not just black people either. It's all groups of people. It's all. But with that being said, you say your family get-togethers are coming. You hope no one is arguing. Well, hey, by the time the get-togethers happen, the election will be over. So it is what it is. Okay, Incredible Jonathan say he voted for Trump. Hey, he probably voted for his pocketbook. I get it. So today's Monday. So let's start. We got to start off Monday just right. So let's go on and cue up, the greatest mayor of America real quick. And she says she's running for re-election. That's the funny part. Mayor Tiffany Henyard says she's running for re-election, beyond which I vote for Tiffany Henyard over Kamala. If I had to choose between the two, I just won't want Tiffany to have access to the money. But, I vote for over Kamala any day, because at least I know what Tiffany is and what she, come on. You see what she is. She says she's a super mayor. Kamala won't even say who she is. Let's cue up the super mayor.
Hey, guys, it's Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet. The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
What is that?
No comment. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
So this is what it's all about, guys. They don't want a black person in power. They don't want a woman in power. If you ain't seen that yet. And someone so young. Everybody gotta understand, God give you what you can handle. That's what God give you. He ain't gonna give you more than that. As long as you can stay the course, fight the fight, and keep going, that's what we're gonna do here at Thornton Township.
Clerk, what are you doing? You out of order. You out of order. Did I call the roll? Did I say call the roll? I'm still speaking. You're out of order, Clerk Key. You out of order, Clerk Key. Like, stop. Y'all out of order. Everybody want to run stuff. Y'all don't run this house over here. Stop, please.
So now you have to listen in order to learn. Remove her.
That's what all the hate is all about. It's all about your super mayor became too powerful too quick. So rare, so unique, and that's what everybody got power. It's all about control. And I stand in the fight because I want the boys and girls of the next generation to see what it looks like to come out of controversy and to come out of all the hatred unscathed. At the end of the day, God gives the test to his strongest soldiers. Throughout all the controversy, throughout all the drama, all the naysayers, all the haters, and I see some of y'all in the line. Let me flip the camera around so you can see them in the line. Whoop, there she go. Look, right there. Whoop, that part. But they'll tell you that. Then they get in a little hate group. But you in my line getting food, your kids out here bouncing in a bouncy house, you on the skate rink, all that. To actually stand in the fire while doing it. And guess what? Doing good and looking good too at the same time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your super mayor, Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get started because we got to talk about these other groups. Now, these other groups have been prioritized by the Biden-Harris administration. These other groups have received a lot of money, especially the migrants. They have received a lot of money. They have received a lot of support. We have hotels have been letting them stay in that black people can't even get into some of these hotels, right? Regular price. They've been getting free food, phones, job fairs. They've been getting it all handed to them. Let's talk about the Asian community here. Now, if we go back before the Biden-Harris administration got in, it was the time of the pandemic. Trump was still the president. And Trump came out many times and called COVID-19 the China virus. That's what he called it. He repeated that multiple times, right? And they claimed that Trump was the reason why there was a rise in hate crimes on Asians. But it went from blaming Trump to blaming black people. So they start blaming black people, FBAs, saying we attacking Asians. Oh, my God. Look at what this black woman did to this Asian. Look what that black man did to this Asian. Oh, this black person say they didn't want to go eat in a restaurant. Oh, that's a hate crime. I mean, it went from blaming black people for everything, right? They ran a whole propaganda on black Americans, if you remember that. Then after they ran this propaganda on black Americans, let me cue this up. Hold on, let me get to it. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? No, I got it in here. Okay, boom. So after they ran this propaganda on black Americans, you see your vice president standing back there because she's also a part of the whole situation, right? So Biden and Kamala, they participated in making sure that they got a hate crime bill. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen? I just want to just put you in remembrance of something before we play this video. So they signed this bill. You would think the Asian community would have a lot of loyalty to the Democrats because, hey, they gave them some protections that we didn't even get. And we've been in this country for, 500 years or so. We the people that need the protection more than any other group, right? But see, these other groups, the issue is Democrats, and I'm going to tell you what your problem is with these other groups. When you do for these other groups. See, when you do for these other groups, they come in here by choice, number one, and you just giving them things they didn't earn. When you give people things they didn't earn, they become entitled. This is why God in his great wisdom said, if you don't work, you don't eat. Why? Because if you just hand somebody something, they become arrogant, entitled, and they want more. You understand? Black Americans have not only innovated this country, they built this country. We are the salt of America. Take away FBAs and you won't have anything here because we are the salt of this nation. We are the only true moral compass of this nation. You understand? We are the only people that have the true collective voice and the voice of a roaring lion. These people want to keep us here much as possible. And I was proving that right when black people started going to Ghana with a year return and how they was basically raising the alarm about black people going to Ghana. And I'll say, wow, look at the way they're acting about black people going to Ghana. But before, they used to tell you, if you don't like it over here, go back to Africa. They used to always say, go back to Africa, right? Then black people start going to Africa, and they saying something about it. Okay, cool. That's that. These other groups. See, you Democrats, you prioritize these other groups, and you give them all this. You give them so much. Oh, you give them a lot. But I want y'all to listen. Listen to what this Chinese woman has to say about Vice President Kamala Harris. I want y'all to listen to this. And remember, Vice President Kamala Harris is responsible for giving them a hate crime bill. She helped with doing that in the Senate. Okay, so let's play this. Listen to this.
Trump from our bottom of the heart, because we know Trump is the only one can save America. Kamala is so stupid. She is so low IQ, equal, no Q, no qualification to be the president. You shall stay away from that position. You already lost the position. You lost our trust. You lost our vote. You just need to go home, to stay home. You cannot do anything to save America. You are so stupid. You don't know anything. You cannot even answer any question from the camera, from all the media. How you can be on the stage to fight for America, to protect American people, to protect all the world. You are not qualified. You just need to go home. Let Trump to save America, to save the world.
Okay, all right, let me back that up. I mean, when I first saw that, I said, whoa, what was this woman say? So basically, some people say, I don't understand nothing she's saying. Let me tell y'all the people that's saying that. I need y'all to get around other groups of people who have a speak with different languages and accents. I really need y'all to start doing that, okay? Because I understood everything she said perfectly. I need y'all to start doing that because this world is more than just us here in America. And so you're going to have to learn how to listen to accents. You're going to have to listen just a little bit closer, right? So let me play this again because where's the Democrat Shields at? Where you at? Where are you? Doggone it, where you Shields at? I know you're here somewhere. Shields, let me start this again. And this is the second video I'm going to play too, but hold on. Let me get into this.
Our bottom of the heart, because we know Trump is the only one can save America. Kamala is so stupid. She is so low IQ, equal, no Q, no qualification to be the president. You shall stay away from that position. You already lost the position. You lost our trust. You lost our vote. You just need to go home, to stay home. You cannot do anything to save America. You are so stupid.
Okay, all right, hold on, y'all. All right, let me stop it right there. This Chinese woman called Vice President Kamala Harris stupid multiple times. Say you lost our trust. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris gave y'all some tangibles, okay? She gave y'all some tangibles. Black people can't get a tangible. And yet, even though Vice President Kamala Harris actually did something for the Asian community, you have one of them saying that she is stupid, saying that repeatedly about Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, you Democrat shills, I'm getting mad. Let me tell you why I'm mad. Because, yeah, she went in on Kamala. Oh, yeah, she did. If this was black people that she actually did something for, and if any of us got on any interview saying that she was stupid, oh, y'all would have lost y'all last mind. Y'all have been calling us every nasty, vile name in the book. Y'all been trolling. Y'all be doing all this mess if this was black people doing this. And say, I can hear y'all now. She gave y'all a hate crime bill. What do you mean you're not going to vote for her? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all just hate black women and black people. Like, look, what else does she got to do for y'all? She gave y'all protection. See, Democrats, let me tell you something, Democrats. Listen, anytime you give these other groups something, it's never enough. If you gave Black America a hate crime bill, she would have got probably 100% of the black vote. She would have. If she gave Black America a anti-black hate crime bill, I would have voted for her. I would have promoted her campaign myself. I would have been saying, hey, man, we got to go vote for Vice President Kamala Harris. She gave us an anti-black hate crime bill. Shout out to her. You see how, but see, black people would have been grateful for a hate crime bill, ma'am, and Democrats. We'd have been very grateful for that and happy that we got something. But these other groups come over here Y'all let them flood our country, invade our country. You give them money. You give them protection. You give them loans. You give them places to stay. You do all this for these people, and they still walk around here, want more, and not happy with anything, and not grateful for anything. And you get exactly what you deserve for these other groups, you Democrats, you get exactly what you deserve. You have so much contempt for FBAs. I'm not going to give no protection to FBAs. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give y'all reparations. Matter of fact, I'm going to take the money I can start paying y'all for reparations, and I'm going to give it to these migrants that just got here yesterday. I'm going to give it to them in your face, in your city. Matter of fact, I'm going to watch y'all be homeless on the street, and I'm going to take migrants and put them up in schools in your community that we closed down in Chicago while you on the street homeless in front of you. That's how much contempt the Democrats have for black Americans. While you don't have a job, I'm going to give them job fairs so they can go get jobs, but you're facing eviction. They're not paying no rent. They're not even worried about food. That's how much contempt that y'all have for us. And then when it's time for y'all to need these people, now they're calling you stupid. You can't make this up. You cannot, man, hold on, man. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Yeah, he would say you can't make this issue up. That's what he would say, but you just can't. You can't. This is one of the craziest things ever. Y'all help these people and they don't do nothing for you. They not loyal, anything. Black people have been loyal for no reason. Black people have been shamed. Black people have been demeaned. Black men have been called every name in the book this election. Black men didn't get anything. And yet a woman from the community that y'all did do something for is on this TV, on the internet, calling Vice President Kamala Harris stupid and she should go home. Hold on, I'm gonna cue her back up because I'm gonna start there from the beginning, and then there was another Asian family I want to play, right? Here we go. Let me cue it back up.
You don't know anything. You cannot even out Trump.
Listen to a cook.
Our bottom of the heart, because we know Trump is the only one can save America. Kamala is so stupid. She is so low. IQ equal no Q, no qualification to be the president. You shall stay away from that position. You already lost the position. You lost our trust. You lost our vote. You just need to go home, to stay home. You cannot do anything to save America. You are so stupid. You don't know anything. You cannot even answer any question from the camera, from all the media. How you can be on the stage to fight for America, to protect American people, to protect all the world. You are not qualified. You just need to go home. Let Trump to save America, to save the world.
Okay, I'm bringing my mom and my stepdad to the polls with me, and we are all voting for Donald Trump. You're voting for Donald Trump, right, Martin?
Of course. Of course.
Would you disown me if I was voting for Kamala Harris?
No, but I would think you're stupid.
You heard that? Y'all heard that toward the end? The other man said that if she would have went vote for Kamala, she was stupid. That's a reoccurring theme. They keep saying that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, man. Democrats, come on, Democrats. Come on, Democrats. Democrats, come on. Let's talk for a minute. Let's talk. So, y'all gonna start calling all them Trump supporters now? Oh, y'all gonna start saying that they want to believe in racism and all kind of, like, come on, Democrats, please explain this to me. When y'all do something for these other groups, they don't have no appreciation. They're out there going vote for Trump. They go and vote for Trump. Even though Trump said the China virus, they say, I don't care about that. I'm going to vote for Trump. But you know what? Serves y'all right. Serves you right. I'm so happy. Y'all, look, in the Asian community, yeah, y'all go vote for Trump too. I'm cool with that. Because you know what? These Democrats need to learn a lesson. Because the black community was the only community who had faithfully supported the Democrats for a long time. And you Democrats was horrible to the black community. You gave us nothing. You did this election cycle. You're still trotting out celebrities. We don't care. You can bring out Tyler Perry all you want. We don't care. And speaking about Tyler Perry, let me go there about Tyler Perry here for a minute. My wife was watching that new Tyler Perry thing. He got Beauty in the Black or something like that. And I'm sitting up there watching it, and I'm like, what happened to Tyler Perry? I'd rather him go back doing Medea, be honest with you. Man, just go back doing 100 Medea movies. I'm cool with that. I prefer seeing Medea at this point. Every time I look up, Tyler Perry is making some show about some bussy. And if it's not that, it's over-sexualizing black women in something, or beating them, or doing something to them. The other movie he had, what was that? The other show, All the Queen's Men. Some of the same things going on. I'm like, what is up with him with them themes? Bruh, I don't want to see all that on TV. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't even want to see a bunch of men and women doing some craziness on TV either. I mean, that one scene I seen on them, like, what is this man got going on? Were you at the Diddy party too? Jesus Christ. You got that big old studio, and this is what stuff you're going to be producing, showing black people. That's why they letting you make all that money. It's because you're showing black people in the worst light ever. That's why I don't want to see you celebrities talking to us about any politics. Because when you're putting out images of black people like that before the world, that's not a good look, bruh. That's not a good look. And black men is not chasing bussy like that. Stop putting that image out there of black men. Now, if you questionable, that's fine. Do you. That's your life, your body, your choice. Your bussy, your choice. But stop putting them images out there of black men and women, bro. We ain't all toxic like that. You the last one I want to see discussing anything political, because you doing a lot of political things that's harming the image of black people. Yeah, Samuel Jackson out there talking. You know, of course, we saw Magic Johnson. We saw Lizzo, we saw Beyonce, which they paid her $10 million from what's being reported. Yeah, $10 million to go do a 5-minute speech. We are at an age that we do not want to hear from celebrities. Shout out to DJ Brown Sugar. Just wanted to slide in here. I'm a proud voter of the No Kamala Zone. Shout out to you. We don't want to hear celebrities, okay? Celebrities, we enjoy you in your field. If you're an actor or an actress, we enjoy that. If you're a comedian, we enjoy that. If you're a musician, we enjoy that, okay? But when you step on any stage talking at a political rally, I'm immediately turned off. I don't want to hear you. It's like it's like hold on. To me, it's like this. When y'all talking, this is what I hear. That's all I hear. I hear nothing from you. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. So these other groups, they come in here. And see, Democrats, this is your problem. You always never looked at who's been faithful to you. Black Americans have been faithful to you at the biggest fault ever. Black Americans. Black Americans have stuck by your side. Black Americans kept voting for you even when you mass incarcerated black Americans. They still came out and supported you and voted for you. You abused black Americans more than any other group. You prioritize other groups, you prioritize foreigners, you prioritize everybody. And yet black Americans were there for a long time trying to hope you would change. You were deceiving people too. You were baiting and switching too, because that's what you always do to black Americans. But I am so happy these other groups are showing they behind to y'all. I'm so happy the Asians talking about they voting for Trump. I'm so happy Hispanics are talking about they voting for Trump, because that's what y'all get. Y'all sat in here and imported all these people in this country, and you just imported a bunch of Trump supporters. Look at that. Or in other words, look at God. See, what you meant for harm, see, this is what y'all thought y'all was going to do. You thought you was going to harm God's children. See, I don't need to do nothing for them FBAs. See, I'm going to import all these immigrants in here, and I'm going to give them some amnesty. I'm going to give them some protection. I'm going to make them some voters. And then we're going to allow more of them in this country than those FBAs, right? This is what we're going to do, right? And we're going to keep promoting death and destruction to black people, telling black women that they need to abort their children. We're going to keep pushing out, because it's the Democrats, because who run Hollywood? The Democrats. Who run the music industry? The Democrats. All the Diddy parties and all that mess, that wickedness come from over there. We're going to push the most filthy of the filth. We're going to push out the sexy reds, and we're going to push out all kind of filth. We're going to let Tyler Perry do all the filth he's doing. We're going to do all that, right? And I'm not saying that everything Tyler Perry do is filthy like that, but some of it is just too much, Tyler. Too much. If my grandmother Tyler could come back and see what you're doing, she would be ashamed of you. She used to go to your Medea plays when you used to go do them in the different theaters before you even got on in Hollywood. My grandmother would be so ashamed of you at this point. But anyway, y'all thought that y'all was going to import all these people in here, outnumber us, and outvote us. You thought that, look, all we got to do is paper these people up, put them in businesses, put them in houses, do everything for these people. And then we're going to have a new voter base, and we don't need to do nothing for those black Americans, because we have a disdain for those black Americans. We don't like them. But we know eventually we're going to have to do something for them. So let's go on and take on all these migrants. And all you did was take on a bunch of people that will vote for Republicans, vote for Trump or whatever. And those people that you imported in here is going to be your political demise, because you were I don't know who's running anything over there. How do you not know the majority of the world has a more conservative society than America do? You're importing people from conservative societies. Why do you think they will be down with you? Think about that. China, Chinese, any kind of Asian country. Yeah, they got their red light district and all that mess. Oh, yes, they do. They ain't got no problem with that mess. But we talking about the average ones. In their societies, they can't get down like that. In China, you better not run around there talking about no LGBT, man. You better not. So you bring some Chinese people over here, you think that's what they're gonna be promoting? In a lot of countries, you can't just run around there talking about reproductive justice. No. A lot of countries, that's shameful to do something like that. And now you're importing people in these countries that still have some shame. You understand? They can't get down with you. A lot of these people are religious. A lot of them are Christians. A lot of them are Muslims. Why do you think that you importing all these people that's attached to Christianity and Islam is going to be down with you when the things that you promote? That doesn't make sense. And on top of that, the stuff that's going on with Israel and Palestine, come on, if you really see. And I got to see the images of what really go on over there. Like, I think on Telegram, I got to see they had this thread on there that, you could really see what was really going on. I'm like, bruh, and y'all keep on giving these people weapons. I'm like, come on, bro. I think they got the message already. Don't you think? It's horrible, but hey, I don't get involved with that. I stay involved with the diaspora. But I'm just saying there are people you importing over here who have, attached to that or family members in those areas, and you importing them over here. Why would they want to go vote for you? You Democrats thought you was going to usurp the Black American community. Have you remembered, hold on, let me get to something real quick. Prime One. Okay, appreciate you, Prime One. You thought that you was gonna harm God's children. See, when you're trying to kick against us, you're kicking a bush of thorns. So in other words, when you try to kick us, you're gonna harm yourself. Haven't y'all learned that by now? Think about it. Let's think about the history of America. They thought that we would be literally wiped out because of slavery. We wasn't wiped out. We didn't die. We multiplied. Because we should have been wiped out. Based on our treatment in slavery, we should have been gone. I shouldn't even be talking. We should be extinct based on how we was treated in slavery. Okay? Y'all have bombed us, literally, from planes, like Black Wall Street. Even bombed us in Philadelphia with the movement, right? Y'all have made practices of dropping bombs on us in American cities. Y'all have done experiments on us. Y'all have poisoned our food. Y'all have poisoned our water. Y'all have given us, the worst of the worst medicines. Y'all have mass incarcerated us. Y'all have had us on trees. Y'all made sure we don't have the right education, the right food, the worst shelter. Y'all have us in places like Cancer Alley in Louisiana. Y'all do all kind of things to us. And yet we are still growing in numbers. Have you ever asked yourself why? You sabotage our progress. You understand? You lie on our name. You sully our image. And yet we should be completely defeated. And have you not figured out why that has not worked even after all this time? You got all the money, all the power, all the everything, and yet you're still worried about this insignificant group of people who you made sure to be at the collective bottom. Then you rather import your enemies because you think these people don't got ties back to your homeland. You rather import your literally enemies into this country who has ties to the Chinese Communist Party, who has ties back to North Korea, Russia, and all kind of other places who's your enemies, who has ties back to different factions in the Middle East. You rather import them here and give to these people and paper them up, and you could be papering up double agents who are sent here to America as immigrants, as a double agent of these foreign nations who are your enemies. You rather do all that than support the people that God has allowed to be here, who is the most patriotic of America, who have never turned on America, who never tried to commit a war against America, who never stormed the Capitol, who never did anything like that. Y'all gonna learn the hard way. And Black America gonna sit back and just watch it. Just like we sat back and watched January the 6th. We were like, wow, look at that. Y'all, and when all these foreigners y'all imported in here, all these people y'all just didn't recently brought in here underneath this Harris administration, all them people y'all brought in here, the chicken's coming home to roost with that too. And what Black Americans gonna say is, we told you, but y'all did that to harm us, remember? So now deal with it. Don't tell us nothing. And listen, y'all, when y'all talk about delineation means delineating from them too. Because all of a sudden now, a lot of them, we all Americans. What? Well, what happened to all that go back to Africa stuff? What you mean we all Americans now? Have you noticed that? They've been getting real nice here lately. Think about it. I've never seen so many of them be so nice to Black folks here lately. Have y'all noticed that? Is that just me? Maybe it's me have noticed that, but have y'all noticed that? They being so nice. They calling us, oh, we all Americans and all. Like, why are we Americans now? Why y'all accepting us as Americans now? Well, why are you trying to join at the hip with black people now? What do you see coming that you need black people for? Because you don't join with nobody for no reason. You see something on the horizon that y'all have done that the chicken's about to come home to roost. I'm going to tell y'all folks this. We have saved y'all from yourself thousands of times. The only reason why America is still in existence is because of us, because we saved you. I'm telling you, the days of us saving you is done. You think you better? You think you superior? Okay, no problem. Show us how it's done. All these other groups that tried to come in and say, well, black Americans, why y'all won't say anything? Hey, y'all got it. We working on some things over here. We have delineated. Y'all understand? We have delineated from everybody. And folks, that means you too. We have delineated, especially you. We have delineated. Because for years, black Americans was saying, oh, we are part of America and this and that and the third. No, you not. You this and that and the third. Go back to Africa, do this. Okay. All right. But see, you see that, well, look, the black man and woman is the only one I probably can pair up with, because these other foreigners that came in here, they on something different. Yeah, they are. Maybe you should have treated the black man and woman right all these hundreds of years. And now that but see, the thing is, you imported all these people in here. We didn't need all them people imported in here. We have enough people right here to do all the work we need. All black Americans ask you to do is, hey, man, just give us our reparations. Don't treat us no different than you. We're not asking to be superior. We're just saying we just want to be equal. That's it. We want the same equal resources, the same equal this. That's all black people ask for is equality, not oppression, not to oppress no groups of people. They say we just want the same chances, the same everything you have. That's all black people ask for. We want the same home loans you get, business loans you get. We want the same amount of businesses. We want the same amount of schools. We want hospitals. We want, our police departments. We want all this just like you got in your area. Now, Duke said something. He said those Asians and Hispanics and others despise them. Let me tell you why. In a lot of those countries, though a lot of Hispanic nations, a lot of Asian nations, U.S. foreign policy has caused much problems in their lands. You think them people forgot about that? They ain't forgot about it. Now, they'll come up here and get a bag, but they haven't forgot about it. That's why. And these people know it. Now, do you have some sellouts within those other groups that want to join it to help them folks? Yes, but that's not the majority. That is not the majority. They know that, listen, if somebody run from their homeland, they ain't got no loyalty to America. They ran from their own homeland where they grandmammy was buried at. They ran from that where their bones are buried. So why would they be faithful to anything here? Please. Shout out to all the people here in the chat tonight. Shout out to y'all. It's your first time coming. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're glad to have you. Click that like button. We cooking here. It's Monday night. And we doing what we got to do here tonight. But these folks, man, they trying to be nice. They're trying to be nice. And folks, let me tell you something. You hear black people talking about Trump. Let me tell you about that. Talking about Trump has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with black people's pocketbook. That's it. Black folks is not trying to go join with you or anything. If you hear black people talking about immigration, we talking about it for our reason, not yours. Because the Democrats, which is your community, put them in our neighborhoods, took resources from us. So yes, we may have a collective interest in the same thing. Sure, we may have it, but rest assured, that's not the only problems that's going to come up with all these different groups of people. And let me tell you something else what these migrants are doing. See, these migrants, they saying, wait a minute, these black people don't got nothing. Them good white people over there. Oh, that's where the money at? Oh man, we got to go hit a lick over there. And that's what's happening. That's why a lot of them are real mad. Because if they was to hit licks on the black community, them Venezuelans and anybody else that came in here, they wouldn't even care. But them Venezuelans are going over there posing themselves as Amazon drivers or whatever, and they kicking doors in, and they robbing white folk. They robbing. And they don't care. They going in fancy neighborhoods, going to mansions. They are robbing. Them Venezuelans say, like, I ain't, man, LaSherica ain't got nothing. I ain't robbing her. But Brad, I got to get you. I got to get you. You got too much. And that's what y'all imported in here. See, them foreigners, they not scared of y'all. Because a lot of where them foreigners come from, and especially them nations that got cartels, please, they done seen some death. They seen it. They ain't scared of y'all. They are not scared of y'all. See, you got black folks over here trained to be scared of you, but they not. They come from places where the cartel chop up bodies and put it in your front yard. That's what they do in their homeland. That's the people you imported in here. The people that's seen that mess. Some of them folks you imported in here that participated in it. And you got them right here in America. Because you was trying to undermine the black man and woman. Boy, y'all don't know what y'all... Yeah, them squatters too, Danielle. Yeah, them squatters. Yeah, that's another thing. They done got on here, read the laws, and now they squatting. They squatting on y'all houses, and boy, y'all are hot about that. See, black folks will just be homeless. They ain't squatting on your house. Man, them foreign men you didn't import it in here, they're like, I'm not living on no street. Nah, somebody told me about a squatter law. Oh, I got to get that. Oh, no, I'm going in that house. That's why y'all sitting up here talking about, hey, black people, yeah, them immigrants, man, we got to get them out. Yeah, that's why. Because them immigrants coming after you. We don't have nothing for them to get. Remember? No. Who's that? What up, though? Nah, I'm not snapping nothing. I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Them folks are scared. Them immigrants are coming for their stuff. They got these second and third houses. They go show up. They got a whole migrant clan in there. And they got to go through all this court proceedings to get them out. In their own house. They robbing. They joining gangs. They out here committing assaults. SA. Oh, they doing all kind of things. So something that Pookie and Ray Ray is not even trying to do out here. Pookie and Ray Ray, he's worse off in his own community. He ain't going over there to the rich side of town, Pookie and Ray Ray, and going to mess with them folks. But them Venezuelans and all them other ones are coming in here. They going over there. They going to rob y'all. That's why them folks going to be going vote for Trump, because they want Trump to get them out. Oh, man. Well, what you say, Mama Deb? Said take that house and have the lights on by 5? Yeah. Yeah. But that's what y'all wanted, Democrats and the rest of America. That's what you wanted. Only thing we asked for is just give us our reparations. That's the only thing we asked for. Give us an anti-black hate crime bill. Get rid of that qualified immunity with them police. We ain't really asked for something that y'all couldn't do. Timothy say you leaving America in 2025 once you're better. Hey, Timothy, if you got a better situation overseas, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Some people say America's too toxic for them. And some people leave. And that's okay, if that's what you choose to do. But you going over there, you're not begging the government wherever you going to give you a place to stay, give you food, give you businesses, you're not begging anything. So, you go and do it on your own, go do it. Okay. J. Secure Cade says, one extreme gamble the Democrats made, pulling the population of a small country into America. This was an all or nothing play, and it would be nothing. Well, first of all, the immigrants can't vote for them, even though we even heard some abnormalities already and states already on it. They can't vote for them. That's number one. Number two, that's what they gamble, and it's a failed gamble. And it's going to blow up in their face. Look at all them Cubans over there in Florida. They got over there. They all talking about Trump. All them Cubans they done brought in here too. Have y'all realized bringing people from Latin America over here, they are conservative? Bringing Africans over here, they're conservative too. The majority of Africa is conservative, minus South Africa. Outside of South Africa, the majority of the African continent is very, very conservative. You're bringing Ethiopians over here, very conservative. Orthodox Christians and all that. That is the most conservative African society I've ever seen, was Ethiopia. And I enjoyed that society. I love their society. God, I wish we had that conservative society here. That would be a blessing. Shout out to Ethiopia. So bringing in what they say, 15, 20 million people, they got some states that don't even have 15, 20 million people in it. Do you realize that? They brought in a population of more than some states in this country. And check this out. Another reason the folks are concerned. The majority of people they brought in were not white. They come from majority of Latin America. They're coming from Asia. They're coming from the African continent. They're coming from the Middle East. But the majority of people that came in are not white people. They're not from any kind of European nations. Sure, they brought some Ukrainians over here, but that's a minority compared to what's been coming over here and what keeps coming over here. Look at who's in those shelters. Do you see a bunch of Ukrainians there? No, you don't. And just as much as I see all these men running around, and which, like I say, that bothers me to watch a bunch of men running around, because I know how men are, and I know men can be violent when they don't have nothing to do. When men don't have no money, they can get into some crime a lot quicker than women. I mean, if women get into crime, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be S, a word I'm using for S work. That's what they going to get into, if anything else. But you don't see a bunch of women going to come up here and just rob you for your car. They're not gonna do no armed robbery on you for the most part. I mean, unless you're a stud or something. But outside of that, the average woman's just not gonna do that. But these men will. All right, let me see here. Hold on. Day of the Jackal said the curse is on America. The Democrats will never win another election unless they pay reparations. Timothy Bright said, can't wait for Trump to be a bully for a day. I just want to see how this going to go. I'm not saying much more than that. I mean, it's not looking good for Vice President Kamala Harris. It's really not, just in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see, because there's a lot of people. Like I said, I seen a graphic about California recently, and that just tripped me out. And it was showing when a lot of people were voting, and I say, what's all these red pockets now going on in California? I'm like, man, could y'all imagine if Trump was to win California? Man, that would freak me out. That would freak me out if he would win California. But a lot of people in California don't like her like that, from what I've heard. A lot of people in California don't like her. Eric, do you live in the Houston area? You keep asking that question. Do you live in the Houston area, Eric? Just send me a message on my website, and then we'll go from there. if you live in the Houston area. Yeah, that would be wild. That would be wild if that was to happen on any of these major blue states like that we know is dominating blue. Yeah, that'll be. Oh, you in Dallas? Oh, well, brother, we not in Dallas. I mean, only thing that maybe she could do is ship cookies or whatever. I don't know what she could ship, but you in Dallas, so I don't know how that would work unless now if you said that, oh, okay, you wanted her to make a wedding cake or something and you had to deliver it or something. I don't know. I can't speak on my wife. Listen, one thing I'm not gonna do is speak on what my wife can do or not do because I don't want her saying, don't be telling them people and you don't know. Like, you're right, I don't know. So let me stay in my wheelhouse. My wheelhouse is this microphone. her wheelhouse is that kitchen and that bacon and her team. And yeah, let me stay where I'm perfect at right here. But yeah, you're not in the Houston area, Eric. So I don't see, how that's going to work. But, you say give them the grassroots media, say woke work feel, hallelujah. Oh, yeah, hey, look, check this out. This is what we here to do. This is what we here to do. We trying to put the news out and enjoy it while we're doing it. Man, what's going on here? Hold on, I got this here looking funny on my screen. All right. What is that? Okay. Yeah, I was looking at my screen here. All right. So you say you're voting, Bakari? You say you're voting? Well, make sure to get out there and do it before early voting closes out, man. Because I'm trying to tell all my people, get out there early vote. Please early vote. Do it this week. Get out there and early vote. Knock it out. I don't want y'all in that crowd November the 5th because you don't know what somebody may try to pull. I'm hearing all kind of things that the FBI is saying. So that's why I'm like, look, just get out there and early vote and just sit at home and just watch the results like everybody else. Oh, you say you in California? Okay, you in California. Okay, cool. Rodney, I'm nobody's bishop. No. You say you're going tomorrow tomorrow is good. Are you in Texas? So yeah, make sure you vote before the first is the last day. The first is the last day. Okay, Greek Geek Surgeon, you voted today. Okay, shout out to you. You voted today. You say the way the migrants are coming, that's the same thing they did to the natives. Yeah, because you got to remember, at the turn of the century or whatever, they flooded this country full of Europeans. They flooded this country, and they gave, a few centuries ago, they gave them a Homestead Act. They gave them free land and everything when they showed up. But when black people got released from slavery, we couldn't get our 40 acres and a mule. So that's always something they always done. They always make sure when the immigrants come in here, they don't let them tell them like, hey, get yourself out there and work and pull yourself up by your bootstraps. No, when black people, they tell us that mess. But when all these Europeans came in here, flooding this country, they were all given something, given land. And land, you can build wealth off of having land. When the Irish talk about, well, we was indentured service too, yeah, only 7 years. And after that, you were given land to go live on. And you Irish became overseers as well. And a lot of you Irish became some of the first policemen. So have some Irish say, well, we should get some reparations too. No, because you got reparations. You got land and everything else. And you was allowed to come into whiteness. They allowed you Irish to come into whiteness. At one point in time, Irish was not allowed into whiteness. Italians, Jewish people, all kind of them other groups, they weren't allowed into whiteness. Oh, yeah, I seen that. Talking about, did you see the new accent Kamala has now, the MLK accent? Yeah, I seen that. She was trying to pull up her Baptist preacher accent. I guess she was over there with Jamal Bryant the other day and like, you know what? Let me see if I can pull out that new accent today so I can possibly get these black votes. Like, Oh, you say you saw Club Shay? Yeah, Club Shay. Yeah, like I said, I tried to watch that. And she was just saying the same thing. They got like 10 minutes into it. I went to the comment section and everybody was just saying it. And I'm like, man, she don't say nothing new. She say the same thing. And people just going in on her in the comment section. It's like every interview she has, if they leave the comments on, a lot of times they turn the comments off. But even if they leave the comments on, people are going in on her. They going in. Like nobody really likes her like that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. That's very important. Make sure you click the like button. That's also very, very, very important, the like button. Make sure you download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. That completely supports our show. We got, videos over there that we haven't posted here to YouTube. Yes, thank you. Yeah, you better thank a union member. Yeah, thank you for sure. Right? Thank you for $10. And over there, we got content that we don't post here, and also the content we do post here. The live streams are directly live to the app as well. Sometimes we got to cut these things. Maybe something we got to remove out of here. But to get the whole entire thing with nothing ever cut is always going to be always on the African Diaspora News Channel app. So when you download it, go to create account. Then you can do monthly, quarterly, or yearly. All of that goes directly to the show. No percentages come out. Everything goes directly to the show. We're trying to get 10,000 members. Think about it. We can just get 10,000 members on our own app. We have won. We have won the Olympics, literally, right? So that's what we're trying to get to. Help us get to 10,000 members. Trust me, 10,000 members is like having more than 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Trust me, 10,000 members on our own app. So you see Isabel say you dropped your ballot off yesterday. I voted for myself for president and for House of Representatives. Okay, Isabel. All right. Gotcha. Beauty with Brain say you listening at work. Okay. All right. Well, shout out to you, sister, at work. Yeah. May you prosper very well at that job and everything. And yeah. So thank y'all for listening. And make sure y'all go to our the podcast tonight. 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be talking about Beyonce and Vice President Kamala Harris over there tonight. So, we'll see y'all 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, Phillip Scott Podcast.